Christophorus stood by the bedroom window, looking at the loquat tree in the garden. The tree was his pride and joy. He planted it when he moved there, over 30 years now. So long ago, he couldn't recall the exact date. What he did know was that when he looked at it, he didn't just see a beautiful tree with glossy green leaves. He saw a little patch of Anatolia under the Athenian sky. It served to remind him of his former home, the one far away in a land he would never set foot in again. It's thanks to the loquat tree that not a day passed when he did not recall with a heavy heart the happy years of his youth and a life he thought would never change. Throughout the long, hot summer months, he watched its tiny buds develop into small clusters, until finally, when the first autumn chill cooled the last summer breeze, the clusters burst open, revealing small, creamy white flowers, and releasing a fragrance so sweet that it permeated the entire garden. When it became too cold to sit outside, he continued to observe the tree from his bedroom window. Each spring, the tree was a mass of succulent, orange-fleshed fruit, and the cycle was complete. It was during the flowering of the loquat tree that he first felt her presence, and he remembered every detail about that day. Alone in his room, a hand touched his shoulder, so soft that at first he thought he was imagining things. Then it happened again, and he turned to look behind him, but there was no one there. What did he expect? If there had been someone, he would have seen them in the mirror. All he saw was his own face, a man in the twilight of his years. Next came the scent, musky, oriental, sensuous, a scent he would remember till the day he died. It was her scent. He closed his eyes and inhaled. Repressed memories flooded back. When he opened them again, he saw her face in the mirror next to his. She was exactly the same as the last time he saw her, young and beautiful. The days passed into weeks, and then months, and all the time he hoped and prayed Aspasia would return, just as she had that afternoon. When he least expected it, he felt her presence once again. This time he was shaving in front of the mirror, and the radio was playing a Mitsakis number. He took a few steps backwards, bumping into a small table and knocking over a silver-framed photograph. Her face remained there, and he pinched himself hard. This was not a dream. Then he heard her voice. "Not even death will part us, my love." They were the same words she had said to him time and time again. But they were not the last words she uttered on that fateful night. The rest he had blocked out in order to carry on. Now he heard her whisper those words again. "A child that cries will give you away," she said. "For the sake of the others, think carefully." And then she was gone. He touched the mirror where her image had been. "Aspasia!" he cried out, his body still trembling from shock. "Aspasia! Don't leave me! Stay a while longer, Aspasia!" When he realized she was no longer there, he slumped on the bed with his head in his hands, sobbing like a child. After all these years, she had finally kept her promise never to leave him. But why now? Her memory and the events of that last day together tumbled around in his mind. He heard screams, smelt the blood-soaked earth, but most of all, he heard the cry of a newborn. There was a knock on the door, and Elpida entered. "Papa, are you all right? I heard you talking to yourself." She sat on the bed and put her arms around him. "What on earth is it? Shall I call the doctor?" "It's nothing, my daughter. I don't know what came over me. I'll be all right soon." Elpida wasn't convinced.